Hey, what's up everybody and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about ChatGPT and how it can benefit you as a runner. That's right, it's not just for techies, it's not just for students trying to get free papers written for them, it's not just for somebody trying to cheat on the LSATs. Actually, it doesn't let you cheat, but it's not just for all those things that you've seen on YouTube that are trending right now and in the news. It's also for athletes, and I'm going to show you how to use it just to come up with a training plan. It's really incredible stuff, and I think it's being underutilized by people in the athletic world. So let's give it a shot. For those of you that don't know what ChatGPT is, I'll use the web to show you. What is ChatGPT? Help if I spell it right. So it's basically artificial intelligence. There's a whole model of information that's been fed into it all the way up till 2021. And so anything beyond 2021, it doesn't have much awareness of, or any specific awareness. So, but running, obviously we know that in the last 2 years, there's nothing really been groundbreaking other than some new Hoka's coming out and, maybe some different plated shoes. So for our purpose, this is going to work really well. So if I go to openai.com, now I'm already signed in, so it took me right to chat.openai.com. If you're not registered yet, it doesn't cost anything to register. Just link it to a Microsoft account or your email address, I think even Google, and you'll be taken to a page like this. Now, I happen to subscribe to the Plus version because I use it for other things, work, and $20 a month for me ends up being a great value. It's saved me on some basic coding projects. But it's also great for running. So I'll show you a couple of different things with this tool. If you're not subscribed to the Plus version, you'll just see the GPT 3.5, which is what everyone was using for the last few weeks. GPT-4 was really just released, so it's going to give you a couple benefits, but for our purpose, it's not even worth switching. So I'll leave it on the GPT 3.5, and I'm going to show you how to come up with a question or a statement telling it what to do here. And that's the hardest part, is figuring out how to feed in all the right criteria. Now, if you miss something, it's fine, because you can actually follow up on what you've already told it, and it recognizes your conversation as being a single conversation with some limitations as to how many follow-ups you can have. But let's give this a try. So I'm running a race in Leadville, Colorado in July, the Silver Rush 50. So let's use that as an example. Create a training plan for a running race in Leadville, Colorado on, I think it's July 8th. I should know that. Oh, we want to tell it's a 50-mile race. It is a 50-mile race. Now, I think that's everything that I need it to know. And let's see what it says. Now, keep in mind that coaching is always the best experience, right? I think we all know that. I prefer to have a coach, but coaching is really expensive. And it is a luxury. If you can afford it, then that's great. I've been coached for a couple races and I've performed best at those races, but it's just not always affordable. So training plans, which you can purchase, are also a good option. And, I use Training Peaks. So I like to purchase a training plan that integrates with the Training Peaks platform. And that actually works out really well for me, because I have to have it on my watch telling me that day what I need to do. And that's how I train. But not everybody prefers that. Not everybody even prefers to wear a Garmin or Coros or Suunto. So for those, and for those that, either don't want to spend the money on a coach or just can't afford to, like me, this is a great option. And so let's just go through what it told us. Congratulations. Well, thanks. I think that was the easy part. Put my credit card in. But it recognizes, that it is challenging. And let's see what it says. Now, I noticed that it's giving me a 20-week training plan. So it must not have recognized the date, because I'm pretty sure it's 15 weeks away. And so, but it does start out with base building, which means it knows what it's talking about relative to training plans. It incorporates rest days. It mentions cross training. So those are things that a coach and most training plans would tell you to do. Goes to the strength building phase, endurance building, and then taper week. So actually 3 weeks of taper. And then race week. So it obviously didn't recognize that July 8th was a deadline for me. But I'm going to give it another shot. At the end, it tells you stay hydrated, eat nutritious foods. And it is conversational. Good luck and have a great race. Well, thanks. So I'm going to give it a try using, I'm actually going to use the GPT-4 model just to see if it does anything differently. And actually, let me go back and I'll use the same exact question. So if I switch to 4, I'll see what it tells me. Now, it could also be that it just happens to vary on the response, because it doesn't give the same response every time. So, but, you can see it has some more specific information. It tells me the altitude. It knows that it's 14 weeks away, which is closer to right. And then, same stuff. Now, the last couple times I've tried this, it hasn't mentioned intervals. So that, to me, is impressive, because that specificity with the training plan for that day is not something I would have expected. And I would have expected more from an actual training plan or a coach. So that's really impressive. It also is recognizing that Leadville has altitude, and that changes the training plan. So I think that's significant. Again, I don't know that it's different than the last one, because I used the GPT-4, but it is supposed to be a more advanced model. But then you go back to spending money. That's $20 a month. So it's still cheaper than $200 a month or $300, depending on what your coach is charging you. And then, so at the end we have recovery and taper week. There's taper. Oh, my favorite. Actually, my favorite's when the race is done, and that's it. And then it's going to recap at the end and give me hopefully some good advice on the basics. Really impressive stuff, though. So you can see this can be used not just for what we see it for in the news, but also for runners and even for triathletes. And so I encourage you to give it a try. It can't hurt. And thanks for watching.